Let's put that here. Say good morning to everybody. Let's share. Always good to share. All right. We should be good to go. Let me just post this over here. Post this over here. All right. I think we're live. Yeah. Look at that. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me say hello to everybody here. David, another day. Oh, we got two Davids in a row. Carrie, another David. CJ, Dr. Serena, good morning to you. Sunset Drive, Stacy, Robert, Raymond, John, Omar, Sandra, good morning, good morning, good morning. Pat, Richard, Sassy Trainer, Wayne, Roddy's in the house. We got Timothy, we got Robert, Penny, Eagle Beagle, Ivano, Ben, Jill, Armolfo, Duzzy, Robert, Todd, David, Jody, Lori, Richard, Sarah, Darren, Kirk, Philip, Brian. Good morning, Brian. Gustavo. Good morning, Gustavo. Good to see you here. Glenn. Good morning, Glenn. Hope everybody's doing great today. I hope everybody's doing great. Cam. Good morning, Cam. Officially back in the saddle. Yay! We got Ricky. We got John. We got Edgar. We got Vernon. We got Randy. We got Kim. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Just a little note here. Remember, all week, VIP room is at noon. We're not doing 11 a.m. anymore. On Thursday and Fridays, it's noon every day. Tomorrow, Jeffrey and I have a class where I'm hosting Jeffrey. It'll be the next generation algo cranking out 2.8 winners per day over the last 6 months. It gives you the entry, profit target, stop loss, win rate. That's going to be on tomorrow with Jeffrey. Moondog is in the house. Love it. And also, let me see if I have a link for Cam here. Holding out on me here. Let me hold on a second. Where are you, Cam? There you are. And I'm just going to post a link to Customer Service Live. I have it right here. You gave it to me last week. Remember, Customer Service Live from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. I hope everybody's great. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. Look at that. We got 165 people in less than 3 minutes. I love that. Hope everybody's having a nice day, and hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Lisa, Rick, Dave, Heather, Thomas, Dan, Lawrence, Krish, Moondog. Moondog is in the house. Yay. All right. So I was in Universal Studios with my family yesterday. I took my wife, Natalia, and Rachel. We had a great time. Came back. Everything was great. Tony, where were you? Glad to be in the U.S. You read that right, in the billions. All right. Hey, Pam, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing really, really good today, and let's begin. So, I know a lot of you guys, not a lot of you, I got 2, 3 emails over the weekend. Roger, why is the market behaving this way? My positions are down. What's going on? I thought earnings are here. Things are going to pick up. And my response is, have you looked at my morning show or my VIP room? Because here's what I've been saying last week for anybody who's been here that's listening to me. I've been saying that momentum levels are down. I've been saying that volume is down tremendously. I was saying that volatility is down precipitously. And it's very, very dangerous time in the market, and you should lower your position size substantially. Now, I've said that last week probably 10 times. I showed you the momentum levels. I said when there's no stocks breaking out, usually markets are a lot more choppier. We'll probably have to wait till this week because we have FANG stocks later in this week. But people hear what they want to hear. It's hey, Richard. Hey, Dr. Serena. Ooh, look at that. 200 people. And Gaston, good morning to you. Terrence, good morning to you. My point is this, folks. You actually have to pay attention to what I say in here. Just being here is not enough. You actually have to listen to what I said. I showed you this last week right here. I showed you this last week. Here, let's go back to Friday. I showed you this last week. This is going back to Friday morning. This is what it looked like on Friday. And I said, guys, there's only 89 stocks on my raw score breaking out, 68 breaking down. That means there's not a lot of momentum to the market. There's not a lot of directional range. I also talked about how volume is at historic lows right now. And I'm hoping that most of you guys did pick up on that. You've been precipitously consistent on that. Yes, precipitously. Yes, that's the key word. Hey, hey, Rochelle, how are you? Oh, I never send you an email. Oh, I thought, okay, I'll send you an email, Rochelle. I'll send you an email. I'll send you one right after we're done here. Here, I'm going to put a little note. Send Rochelle email. There we go. I'll send you an email, Rochelle, and you respond with pictures of your kitties. So I explained it to you. I also showed you how on Thursday. I also showed you on Thursday here. Let me go back here. I have to go back one day because this will show me Friday morning right here. Thursday. This is Thursday night, Friday morning. I also showed you how we have technology here, communication services here. We have some of the Dow here, but at the same time, you have semiconductors here. I said to you guys, the market's fragmented. It's all over the place. You have technology and you have utilities and you have real estate and consumer staples next to technology. I remember specifically saying you have consumer staples next to technology and semiconductors next to energy, and that doesn't belong that way. And if you guys don't believe me, all you have to do is rewatch the tape from Friday morning. Yes, me too, Eagle Beagle. Thank you, HG. I appreciate it. I thought my trading class, the full-time trading class, was a game changer too. By the way, Charlie, are you here? And have you watched the class that I gave you for free? I'm just curious. I'm not going to pick on you. I just want to know. I haven't heard from you all week. So I'm just curious to see where you're at. All right. Let me know if you're here. Good morning, Henry. Good to see you here. Good to see you. So let's talk about now. So I did tell you that last week. So folks, you actually have to pay attention and listen. You can't just pretend rainbows and crickets and Twilight Zone. It doesn't work that way. Now, today things are a little bit different. And as all, oh, you are. All right, Charlie. Good, 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 good. Charlie, if you have any questions, just email me. Here's my email address here. Oops. Not that you don't have it, but I'll give it for folks who don't have it. Roger@rogerscott.com. Okay. All right. All right. 1 second here. Just spilled a little bit of my tea here. Just want to wipe this a little clean here, and then we can continue. All right, let's continue. There we go. So let's talk about today. Let's talk about this week. Let's see what this week folds, and let's see if we. Oh, good. I have an alarm set. Good, good, Charlie. Good, 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 good. I'm so glad to hear that. Cam says that was the best class I've taken in years. Here, if you guys haven't taken that class yet, here is the link for anybody who's interested in that class. I'm not really here to sell you anything, but here's the link for it's the best $400 you're ever going to spend. I'll tell you that right now. All right. So markets are up this morning. We're having upside. Again, we're having upside in both the Dow and the NASDAQ. So hopefully we will not have a fragmented market. That's the other thing I told you last week. We were having fragmented markets. What is a fragmented market? When you have sectors all over the place and when you have one index moving up and one index moving down. Notice the Dow was down all last week pretty much, and NASDAQ was making new highs or trying to make new highs. And then you had all these gaps, and we'll talk about that when we get into the stock market. But again, it was good morning, Richard. It was a very tumultuous market. Last week was probably the hardest market I've traded since last December when we put on that NVO trade. Incidentally, it was the last time we had two losers in a row in the pit last December. Jesus Christ, I can't believe it's been that long. Anyway, So you could see markets are gearing up right now. Things are looking good this morning. The question is this going to be good morning, Nestor? The question is, are we going to have sustained momentum or not? And I'll revisit this in just a few minutes after we talk about the big picture. Then we'll answer the medium term question, and that's whether the market will go up. We got to start at the big picture, okay? So earnings this week. We've got a lot of earnings this week. Now, I'm going to give you this. This is hot off the press. Nobody has this yet. I haven't sent it out. I haven't given it to anyone. The only people who are getting it are people who are in here. All right. This is the biggest earnings and what their expected move is. So, what is on semiconductor expected move? 9.3% today. If the stock comes in at less than 9.3%, then implied volatility will be higher than expected. So today you've got Ford, you got WN, you got On. Tomorrow you've got Budweiser. AMD is coming out tomorrow. AMD. Google is coming out tomorrow. Okay. Visa is coming out tomorrow. Spotify, First Solar, McDonald's. Folks, this is a time to be very, very, very cautious. This is a time to be very, very cautious and let the market show you what it wants to do. And obviously, you're not going to buy any or sell any of these stocks till after earnings. Okay? Why is that? Because earnings offer too much unforeseeability. You ever trade earnings and you bet like $5 and you quadrupled your money and you're like, I'm a winner. Yay! No, you're not a winner. You're a loser because you just reinforced a really bad habit down your throat. Because just like the stock went up 30 points or 40 or 50 points, the stock could have just as easily gone down. And your whatever money you made could have completely gone down. And it would have been completely a random event. So don't pat yourself on the back if you made money from earnings. That means you're becoming a better gambler. Or no, you're becoming a more successful gambler. That's all it means. Folks, don't get into a habit of trading earnings. Kankara is asking me about MSTR. Kanaka, you should know we don't play that game around here. We follow a very specific protocol. Don't ask the girl to marry you before you know whether she can pronounce your name correctly, Kanaka. You're going to a bar and you're asking a girl to marry you without even asking what her name is. How about we go through the full analysis and then maybe if you're lucky, you'll get if she's on your list and if she happens to be a real female and she happens to speak the same language as you, maybe we'll introduce you together. How about that, Kanaka? But you're going to have to wait for that. It doesn't happen instantly. All good things take time. All right? Exactly. Right, Kirk? All right. Wednesday, you got MSTR, you got Coin, you've got Meta. So the fact that we have MSTR on Wednesday means we're not going to be trading MSTR till after earnings comes out, and that's only if it does good because it's in an uptrend. So no MSTR till after earnings. Now, I know a lot of gurus, or not a lot, a few gurus at the pub don't dissuade you from trading earnings. What I highly recommend you do is you look at your last 50 earnings trades and you will see that your results are completely random. Okay? Please listen to Uncle Roger and don't be a sitting duck and trade earnings. Because just as easy it is for you to make a lot of money, it's just as easy for you to lose a lot of money. Now, if you're a gambler, then say, I am a gambler and I am going to gamble on earnings. But don't try to convince your wife that you're a professional trader and you're gambling on earnings. You won't be able to convince her long term because she's going to ask you after 50 trades, where's all that earnings money you have? You don't think I've tried that game? Trust me, I've tried it many, many times. It doesn't work long term. And trading is long term, not short term. So stop being a moron and try trading earnings. Stop doing that, okay? You're not going to make money long term. That's a sucker bet, okay? And sorry if I'm being a little rude, but I'd rather be rude than you lose money. I don't want you guys losing money. Stop trading earnings. If you're going to do earnings, do time spreads. At least you have a real good odds long term. Where in the long term, you will make money. All right, Patrick. All right, Kanaka. So Wednesday afternoon, or depending on when it comes out. But you've got Coin, you've got Meta, you've got Microsoft, Carvana, Starbucks, Hood. Lily, you've got, I mean, look at this. Wednesday and Thursday, you've just got about everything that comes out. Apple, Amazon. It's going to be a huge, huge day. There's going to be a lot of earnings, a lot of earnings. And I'll be covering them. And you got energies on Friday. You've got a lot of stuff coming out, a lot of stuff coming out. So we got to be extra careful. Don't forget, I have a class with Jeffrey tomorrow afternoon. Here's a link for that. Uh, It'll be fun. It'll be Jeffrey's new algo system. And don't forget my VIP room at noon today. And I'll be talking, I'm going to be doing a class today because the time spread is much better, Dan. Dan, the best earnings play is the time spread. And that's why we do that in the pit. If a strangle or a straddle did well, you want to do a strangle or a straddle. You want to buy both. So you want to buy or sell both sides when implied volatility is high, huh? You want a double whammy risk, don't you, Dan? Dan, stop. Stop. Just stop. Time spreads. This is the Roger Scott show, not the let's buy or sell two overpriced options and let's see what happens. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be a sitting duck, Dan. Time spreads, time spreads, time spreads, or nothing. You know why? I'll show you at lunchtime. Dan, come to this class today, and I'll show you why. I'm going to show you. I'm going to actually physically show you why. I have an example all prepared. I have my lab ready to go. I have my lab coat and everything ready to go. So you've got a huge earnings week. Earnings weeks, historically, the market rallies, especially the mega cap earnings week. So all bets are off to the short side as of right now. I know, Dan. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you at lunch today. I'm actually going to show you. I have my guinea pigs all ready to go. I planned on doing a lesson on implied volatility today. I'm going to show you. Good, 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 good. Glad. I hope so. I hope so. And Charlie, don't miss VIP room today. You're going to get a good session out of it. Okay. What about Fed data? What Fed data is important today? Well, two. You've got the employment situation and you've got personal income. But Roger, what about the GDP? What about this GDP? What about, no, this GDP is not going to be, this is preliminary. It's not a final GDP. So it's not going to be as impactful. What's going to be impactful is going to be employment data and personal income. All right? Employment data and personal income, these two reports. So check out what we have second half of this week. You've got employment data, you've got personal income, and you've got a slew of stocks. Here, let me post this in the Telegram channel for everybody. It's only fair, right? There we go. See how fast it is to post everything on Telegram? So this way, if you guys forgot it, it's in the Telegram channel. No, you're not going to get. If you guys want to learn how to trade earnings, I'm going to show you today in the VIP room with an example of volatility. So come there today, okay? It's not going to cost you anything. There's nothing to. I'm not going to sell you anything. There's no marketing involved. It's just me, Matt, and my example. All right. So you have a lot of data second half of the week. Please, folks, a lot of data second half of the weeks. A lot of volatility. A lot of volatility. Yeah, I'm going to teach you guys implied volatility and how to use it for time spreads and explain to you visually. Visually, I have an example. I have a beautiful example to show you. Yeah, Telegram is instant, Richard. Well, you know that. What am I telling you that for? All right, crude oil. Crude oil is actually up this morning. It's supposed to be down, but it's actually up this morning. There's news that it was down overnight. Here, let me. Here. See, crude oil was supposed to be down 6%, but I don't think it's. Oh, it is. Okay, we're now in the December contract. Okay, that's what the problem is. Okay. Because I was like, wait a minute, I thought we were down. All right, good, good, good. Crude oil broke the low. Remember I told you guys, now, yes, everything is recorded. Lee, everything is recorded, and it's in the YouTube channel you're watching right now. There's a live tab. In the live tab, you have the morning show, afternoon show, morning show, afternoon show, morning show, afternoon show, every single day recorded, okay? It's all there. Let me give you the link for that. If you get, in case you guys don't have it here, YouTube. I'm going to give it to you guys real quick here right now. Hold on. Roger Scott. Got to go to the live tab. Here it is, right here. This link will get you to every recording I have right here. Guys, this link that I just posted, that's where all the recordings from the VIP room and the morning show are stalled. That link right there. So if you ever miss a show, you can always go to the link I just posted and you will see morning VIP, morning VIP, morning VIP. They're all recorded. All right. So crude oil. Remember I told you last week and the week before and the week before and the week before that we have a huge amount of resistance here. And I'm very doubtful that crude oil is going to rally back up in light of the fact that we have all this craziness, all this mishigas in the Middle East, and crude oil can't make a new high. I said the odds are crude oil is going to break down. And I also said it's going to be very difficult for crude oil to get above the 200-day moving average, the year-to-date VWAP, the 100-day moving average, the quarter-to-date VWAP, which I was actually able to change thanks to all of you guys last week, and the 8-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. There's a lot of resistance here, and this is not seasonally a great time for crude oil. I also told you that my suggestion would be to only sell energy stocks that are making new lows. Watch. Richard, I'm going to bet you $5 somebody's going to say, you never said that. You never said that. Folks, how many times did I say what I just said right now to you? How many times in the last 2 weeks did I say what I just said to you right now? How many times? Just tell me how many times. I literally just repeated the same thing I've been saying. And as soon as we break the 50-day moving average, I'm going to be selling energy stocks that are making new lows. Does anybody remember that? He did. Yes, I did. But you'll see somebody's going to be like, "What? I don't remember you saying that." Countless times, every day. Watch, I'm going to get an email in the next hour and somebody's going to say, "I don't remember you saying that." I know I did. Yes, I know, Omar. I never said it. Right. Wink, wink. I never said it. Rochelle says she lost count every day, all 10 days at least. So you see, guys, we're very consistent here. We don't really go back. We're very consistent. And consistency is very important. Yay, Dr. Serena. Let's see if we can get to 500. All right. So crude oil, bearish only bearish trades. And yes, I actually have a stock to give you today for crude oil. I don't know why. No more November crude oil. I guess we'll have to start looking at December crude oil. All right, China. Now, China's talking about how they rallied overnight and how their market was really strong. Look at this chart. Does this chart look like a strong rally to you happen in China? This is the top Chinese stocks. We're still trading below the 8-day EMA right there. You see that? That's today. I don't see any rally. I don't see this major rally. Yes, I did. Daniel, I'm being sarcastic. I said it at least 100 times here. But I'm still going to get an email saying, "Roger, I don't remember you saying it. You're just making stuff up." I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. Rochelle says she lost count. All right. So right here below the 8-day EMA, I'm still bearish on these stocks, and I would be holding bearish, China bearish. And we actually have a Chinese stock on our short list today. Good for you, Paul. Good for you. Crude oil. We already talked about crude oil. Gold. Well, remember what I told you about gold. I told you that I like gold, but I wouldn't be loading up on gold till gold is, I think we're looking at, hold on one second. Let me just go to a different contract real quick. Let me go to, I guess we're now in the December month for everything. Okay. We moved from November to December. So my lines moved a little bit, but it is what it is. Basically, my point is this is not a bad time. We're consolidating. We're now in the December contract, not September or November contract. We rolled over. So we have to pay attention here. But I like this consolidation. If the stock market goes up this week, oh God, my dogs are going crazy again. Sorry, guys. If you hear my dogs, I do apologize. They're like going ow from the top of their lungs right now. I still like gold. I still like gold. I would prefer you guys wait for a little bit of more of a consolidation, maybe get a little closer to the 8-day EMA. Also, gold may be a little standoffish this week because a lot of investors are going to be determining whether they want to put their money into the stock market once again, because historically and seasonally, we get a lot of volatility this week of the year, okay, towards the end of October. Um, and we get a lot of movement in stocks. Folks who buy stocks tend to not put their money in gold because gold is not as attractive as the stock market. Although with FXI being below the 8-day EMA, I'm pretty sure we're still going to see a lot of accumulation, but be careful. My suggestion would be wait for gold to either hit the 8-day EMA right here, about the 27 low 2700 levels, or continue consolidating sideways and break out to the high. If you're holding gold right now, that's fine. That's fine. Continue holding. Good, Richard. I'm glad to hear that. You can't hear the dogs. I can barely hear myself. I can barely hear myself talk. It's that bad. You guys don't understand how bad it is. Like I have to my ear is now hurting because they're so loud, which is remarkable that you guys can't hear it. I guess that's why I haven't changed this mic yet. It's a 6-year-old mic. I've been meaning to change it, but I got Booker's old mic, but I'm still using this one. All right. So if you're holding gold, holding is okay. If you haven't gotten into gold yet, I would wait a little bit longer. I don't think you're going to miss out by waiting right now. I don't think there's anything on the horizon that you desperately need right now. Also, Newmont Mining, which is one of the top tier gold stocks, came out with bad earnings last week. And if that trend continues for gold, it was unique to this company. But I don't like this. I don't like this, and I'm hoping this will not befall other energy stocks. Yeah, it is a great mic, isn't it, Sassy Trainer? Yeah. I do need earplugs, Robert. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I think I still have my daughter's earplugs. That's a good idea. Thank you for that. Yeah, good mic. Very good mic. I have 4 dogs, Eugene, in the downstairs, and they're barking like crazy. All right, so gold, we're going to just hold on to gold because we want to see if the stock market gives us movement. Because if the stock market gives us movement, I don't think investors are going to be putting too much money into gold. What I'm saying about gold also could apply to uh, um, crypto stocks because and I'll explain to you why as we get into the stock sector. Am I saying you shouldn't be looking at crypto stocks? You shouldn't be looking at gold stocks? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we should be looking for signs of strong momentum because I'm not really seeing anything in gold. And I'll cover crypto separately, but I'm not really seeing anything in gold that's making me jump in or down right now. So my suggestion, if you're holding, that's fine. If you haven't, wait till we hit the 8-day EMA or wait till we hit a new high, okay? And then you can add to your position. Moondog, actually, omnidirectional mics are awful. They're not great. They pick up everything. You want a direct mic. This is not, but that's why I'm speaking so close to it. I have the volume low and I'm speaking real close to it, which is making it like a dynamic mic. Dynamic mics are the best mics. This is not a dynamic mic. Mic volume, crisp, clear. No, this is a great mic, but it's not. It's an Omni mic, and an Omni mic should pick up everything. The reason it's not is because notice how close I'm literally on the mic speaking. That's why you have that deep, that Howard Stern broadcast sound effect. Because if I come down to here, it's not going to be nearly as good as if I'm right here I'm literally on the mic. Anyhow, you guys don't need to hear about my mic technique. But what you do need to hear about is customer service live, and that's happening from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday, and the link for that is right here. Installation questions, A-line questions, how to trade Rogers Pro Trader dashboard, how to pick options. Cam is the man. You know why? Think about how many people have asked him the same question over and over and over again. Think about it. And Gustavo. Sorry, Gustavo. I didn't mean to only talk about Cam. Think about it. So customer service live. If you see something strong and are completely convinced of direction, then go for a small position. Yes. Listen to what Eagle Beagle's saying. He's absolutely right. Don't go full in right now. Lower your exposure for 2 reasons. We have dead market with liquidity. We don't have a lot of liquidity. and we have huge volatility expected this week. That's a recipe for big movement that doesn't sustain itself. Notice last week, every move we had, and I'll talk about this, was a gap, either up or down, but the gaps couldn't sustain themselves. That's because you don't have a lot of institutional exposure. Now, you will have some institutional exposure this week, but not nearly as much as you would like. Things are going to pick up after the election. 10-year note. Well, the 10-year note made a new low this morning. Now, it's back in range, but this is not helping the stock market. And this is one of the reasons why stocks. So let me show you something. So we gapped up this morning, but look what happened. Look since then what's been going on. Look at the Dow. Look at the Dow. We gapped up overnight. European markets caused us to gap up, but look what's been going on since 7 in the morning, last 2 hours. See that? Oh, absolutely, Daniel. Absolutely. So you see this? Holding strong, and then right around 6 in the morning, look at the bond market. See that? Gap down, and then coming back up. Dow coming down. So again, we made a new low on the bond market. We made a new low on the bond market. Not great. This is not great right here. Not great. We're down. But it looks like we're coming back up. But again, I'm not happy about the bond market, okay? And I'm not happy about what I'm seeing with the Dow Jones. Big gap, and then since 6, 7 in the morning, just straight down. If you look at QQQ, you're not seeing as much of a slope, right? So you could see right now the QQQ is up 0.57, the SPY is up only 0.42, and the Dow is up 0.29. So you could see the technology is leading. What about chips? 0.42. So you could see technology and chips are getting a little of a groove on. And I always do that to see what's causing the pre-market to move. So you see how overnight, again, we were strong, gap up, and you could see right here. Let me show you something. I'll talk about this more extensively, but here, look right here. Look, gap down, we go up. We go gap down and we go down. Gap up, we go down. Gap up, we go down. Gap up, and this is today. Remember Friday, when I send you a picture, U-turn? Well, that could happen today as well. Be careful. We're going to go through these levels today in just a little bit, okay? Exactly. Ooh, look at that, Dr. Serena. We're breaking records. All right, so implied volatility. What did I tell you guys? Did we break this level yet? Oh, look how many times we tried to break this level. And look at this morning. We went up and then we gapped down. And right now we're coming up again. I want to see volatility break this level. If we break above 2079, we're going to go bearish. If we break below 18, we're going to go bullish. What I want to see today or tomorrow, I want us break 18. I want to see us break 18. Otherwise, we're going to be in a crapper. All right. And again, be careful with the 10-year notes because the futures, although we're now back in range overnight, look at what happened. We broke another low. This is very bad for interest rate sensitive stocks and blue chip stocks. Good morning, Ivan. I hope you're doing well. By the way, I know somebody who's going to be 54 years old tomorrow. Can you imagine? 54 years old tomorrow. Ay, ay, ay. I ain't getting any younger. All right. So let's now bring everything together and talk about the stock market. Good morning, market donor. Market donor. All right. Investors are looking ahead to earnings. Now, see, we just went through the big picture. It's going to make this a lot more palatable for you guys, okay? Investors are looking ahead to earnings reports, some of the biggest heavyweights. That's happening Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Although we do have plenty of earnings before then, like Google, AMD. This is a McDonald's. This is a big week for earnings, even before Thursday. Meta, but big earnings for good for you, Robert. Good for you. Thank you. All right. So we got a lot, and we got third quarter GDP coming out. before all that stuff comes out. Oil prices plunged on Monday after Iran said its oil industry was functioning normally. The craziness in the Middle East has not been able to cause oil to go up, which means if you hear a fundamental news and the asset you're expecting to go up can't go up, the odds are it's going to go down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sent you my analysis of oil today, reached the target. Thank you, Eagle. I appreciate it. Not yet. Tomorrow's the big day. Friday session, blue chips fell to a 2 week low. Interest rates, interest rates, interest rates, interest rates. And NASDAQ to a 3.25 month high. Earnings have been good. Interest rates and earnings. Tapestry, you guys may be familiar with this stock from Friday. Uh, Good to hear that, Ray. Tapestry, top gainer over 13%. We traded the stock in the pit on Friday. I hope that's not a surprise to anybody. Western Digital gained more than 4%. Good for chip stocks. Decker, the Hoka company, did really, really well. Mohawk Industries fell. McDonald's didn't do well. I'm not expecting this to really impact McDonald's long term, but we do have to respect the gap. And yes, I will be trading McDonald's on a gap to green when it breaks the high to the upside, without a question. University of Michigan consumer sentiment was really good. That's very positive for the market. That I think is going that's I think that's one of the things that fueled the rally in technology on Friday. The Fed is going to lower rates for sure. There is not even a question of that. They're expecting to lower rates a quarter basis points. What they really need to do is lower half a basis points because they actually need to do it now. But he's going to play it off like nothing happened, everything's fine. He's going to play it off like this never happened. He's going to play it off like this doesn't exist. You'll see. He's going to pretend like we're still up here. You'll see. You'll see. He's not going to acknowledge this. Long-term rates dipped, increased slightly. Well, he'll say that, but we're not seeing it as a major impediment going forward. No, you don't see the fact that everything you just did had absolutely no impact. Okay, well the market does, buddy. Remember, this is where he lowered rates. This is where we are right now. Bonds have an inverse relationship to interest rates. When bonds go down, interest rates go up. Okay, just remember that. So, as we're going to lower rates, oh, the bond market doesn't think so. Okay, we have everything reporting this week. I mean, everything in their kitchen sink. I'm not even going to name all these stocks because you guys see everything is reporting this week. It's going to be really cute. McDonald's, here's the McDonald's level, MCD. Go right here. 30, 304, high 303s, low 304s, right here, right there. Okay, let's continue. Core personal consumption expenditures and the non-farm and these are going to be the two big reports, as I mentioned. This is not going to be a big report because it's a revision. This is going to be the big report, and this is going to be the big report right here and right here. But till then, we have consumer confidence, we have jolts, we have international trades. All of this is going to take backseat to earnings, okay? I gave it to you right now. It's right here. It's about 30, a little bit below 30, maybe 304, 304 camp. All right, let's continue. Europe is up. Very, very nice, giving us a little tailwind. Travel and leisure stocks led the gain. That's good. That's good. That's interest rate sensitivity. Travel, that means lower rates. China closed higher today, although when I look at FXI, I don't know if you want to call this higher today. I mean, this doesn't look higher to me. This looks like we're building a descending triangle, if you ask me. Anyway, that's my opinion right there. China sentiment was boosted by launch of a new open market monetary tool. Kakapupu. Consumer and property stocks outperformed, but that's good. See, consumer stocks, travel and leisure stocks, that's consumer stocks. So you've got Europe and China consumer stocks. That's consumer discretionary. We're going to keep an eye on that. All right. Japan, sharply higher today, recouping most of last week's losses as the yen weakened following the nation's election. Auto and electronic stocks. Keep an eye on tech stocks. That's consumer discretionary. That's consumer discretionary. Led the gains on Monday. Japanese currency fell to a nearly 3-month low against the dollar on Monday. Boeing is down again for the 50th time. Alaska Airlines is up. Travel stocks, leisure stocks. Keep an eye on airline stocks this week on the Pro Trader dashboard. Okay, I will be. And now let's talk about sectors and momentum. So, how is momentum doing today? What happened on Friday? What happened on Friday? On Thursday, I told you that we were all over this is coming into Friday right here. This is coming into Friday. And I showed you how technology, blue chips, interest rate sensitive stocks are leading. But I also pointed out how, because we've been moving up, we have a lot of fragmentation. Well, what did I mean by that? Let me give you an example. Consumer staples should not be next to technology. Real estate should not be next to communication. Communication should not be next to utilities. Utilities shouldn't be next to QQQ. Industrial shouldn't be next to mid caps. Mid caps shouldn't be next to next to the Dow. Okay? Was that enough? But what happened on Friday? The market went down Friday, right? Blue chips, the broad market went out Friday. What do I always tell you? Fragmentation happens on the way up. Sectors come in line on the way down. So let's look at today. This is coming into today. What happened? What happened to the market on Friday? The blue chips went, the SPY on Friday was down, wasn't up. It was a bearish day. We opened up and we went nowhere on Friday, right? It was a disappointing day. This is Friday right here. Even though we're above the 8-day EMA right now, this is Friday, right? This is Friday. Okay, so we went down. So let's see what happened between Thursday and Friday. So this is Friday. Market went down. When do I tell you fragmentation goes away? When markets go down. Let's see how this looks now. Discretionary semiconductor QQQ technology communication services. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. These are all in line. These are in line. They're completely in line. Look at that. Yes, semiconductors, consumer discretionary, Invesco, technology, communication. Hey, they're in line. They're completely in line. They're not fragmented anymore. What about blue chips? Energy, S&P 500, consumer staples, real estate, utilities, financial, Dow Jones. Hey, guess what? I mean, you got a little healthcare out of whack here and basic materials. You got 2, 3 that are out of whack, but technology is completely in line. What about interest rates? Well, Russell should be next to retail and home builders should be next to retail. The only thing that's out of whack here is healthcare and basic materials. But this is completely in line. This is completely in line. Only stuff down here is out of line, which means we could have some nice movement on technology and to a lesser degree, blue chips today, because things are not out of whack. The only thing that's out of whack, is healthcare and basic materials. And you can argue that basic materials are inflationary too, or interest rate sensitive too. So honestly, and I'm being nitpicky, the only thing I would take is healthcare and move it somewhere here. And I hope to God you guys are listening to what I'm saying right now. Kate, what does what you're talking about have to do with what I'm talking about? Can you tell me? Kate, we don't do that here. We don't do that here. I have a perfectly good email address that works really well if you have a question, but I don't want to interrupt 480 people to answer a question that has nothing to do with anybody here, or 460 people. We're a little slow today. If the market cools off a little bit, we can be, if blue chips and tech, if blue chips and interest rate sensitive stocks cool off today, we can have perfect fragmentation, but this market doesn't look that out of whack. Markets go down, it puts things back in line. Markets go up, it takes things out of whack. One good down day, one good smackdown, and we're completely in line on 80% of our sectors. Okay. XLF is, well, where is XLF anyways? Right here. It's kind of in the middle. Technology is heating up, blue chips are cooling off, interest rates are in the crapper. That's kind of where we're at right now. So again, I think that's going to remain, especially going into this week. Okay, because we have a lot of technology stocks. Okay. Oh, uh, and I'll talk about something else in a minute. Let's do our levels now. Oh, fragment. What about momentum? You don't have a lot of momentum. You only have 62 stocks breaking out, and you have 63 stocks breaking down. So you have a very choppy market right now. Now that may change this week, but you need volume for that. And we're not going to get any volume till the second half of the week. So we're still choppy. I'm starting to get a little more bullish on technology than the blue chips, but we're still rather choppy, and we're still in a choppy market. All right, just understand and we don't have a lot of directional bias right now. And you could see by looking at the S&P, look at that, completely choppy, completely choppy. We still closed above the 8-day EMA. So let's look at intraday levels. Let's look at hourly. Let's look at 20 days. Let's look at template. Here we go. All right. Yes, Stacy, they have Friday's data because we haven't traded on Monday yet, Stacy. Market hasn't opened yet. Because Stephen, why does the SmackDown put sectors in line? Because emotion, people greed puts markets out of their alignment, and fear puts them back into their aligned space. Fear is a great equalizer. So here is 15 hourly. We're right here right now. Here are the levels: 585, 582.42, 580, 577, 575. QQQ. QQQ almost gained overnight everything it lost on Friday. Here's the levels where we're at right now. And I'm going to put this 20-day. $494, $499, $487, which coincides perfectly with that downtrend. So if we break down and we go here, we go back into this downtrend. This separates the uptrend and the downtrend right here. And so far, we're looking pretty damn good. Dow Jones, the blue chips, not looking all that great. All the way here, there's a lot of consolidation here. The level you want to see if we break is 418.96, and the upside is 423. A lot of consolidation. There's a lot of price action. As Kane likes to call this, what does he call this? A liquidity zone. I just call it area pocket, consolidation pocket right here. There's a lot of liquidity here. It means price should hold this level. See right here, you could see there's a huge commitment of traders right here, where here there's not. So you see how this doesn't hold, where this area may hold better. Okay. No, you're not going to learn that from Investopedia. QQQ, 256.19, 250, 246, 238, 262. Russell, look at Russell up 0.57 this morning. Nice. Very, very nice. 219, and again, there's a huge pocket right here. 215, 221, 225, 227. Yep, pockets. Pockets. Now, I'm going to make a little announcement right now. Remember what I told you about SMH? No trading, no trading SMH till no trading semiconductors till we're above this area. Now, if you remember why I said that is because I wanted to confirm that some of the semiconductors are going to make a new high. Well, I got news for you. Nvidia is already past its all-time high. See this? Any stock. Now I'm gonna say something right now, and this is the first time I'm saying this. I'm making a change to something. This is the first time I'm gonna say this, and I've said up till now for the last several months not to trade any semiconductor stock till SMH is below 265. Nothing has changed. However, some the only one I see right now is Nvidia. Maybe there's one or two others. If you see a semiconductor stock that took out its previous high, that means that stock is now relatively strong to the SMH. And now you have a license to trade that particular stock. Now, I'll start looking later today, but this is the first time I'm making a change to this in a long time, probably as long as you guys have been here, most of you. We are now changing the rules, which means if a semiconductor stock took out its previous high, if the semiconductor stock is making a new high where SMH is not able to make, and most of the stocks in SMH are not above their previous high. But if you see a semiconductor stock that's been able to make a new all-time high, that means that stock is stronger than SMH, and that means you could trade it. As of right now, and I'm pretty sure there's a few others, as of right now, the only stock that I've seen doing that is Nvidia. Now, do you guys understand? We just made a big change to our program because I've been telling you for several months not to trade any semiconductor stocks. I am telling you now it's okay to trade semiconductor stocks if those stocks took out their previous high price, which means those stocks by definition have a relative strength compared to the SMH, and we want to trade stocks that are strong compared to their sectors. This stock is now leading its sector. Big change. Yes, Stacy, big change. I'm talking about this extensively because we're making I don't make changes very often. I pretty much repeat the same crap every day, right? But I'm telling you something different right now, right? And I'm explaining to you why. So if you see another stock that's making a new high, like for example, I don't know if this is the case. I'm just going off like semiconductor. See, look, on semiconductor. See, hasn't taken out its high. TSM. And again, I don't know. I'm flying blind right now. Okay, this one did. See, this one took out its high. So TSM is okay. Nvidia is okay. Let's look at AMD. I'm just giving you I'm just showing you just to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, see that? That's the high. Did we take out did we take out the high? No, we didn't. Can we trade this one? No. How about Micron? Again, I'm just showing you the top few so you can get a feel for this. No. See, we didn't take out the high. How about Applied Materials? No. How about ASML? I'd be getting ready to short this stock, actually. Look at this. What a stock looks like it's going to break down nicely. My point is, if a stock didn't make a new high, all-time high, the only two that I saw were TSM and Micron. Maybe there's others. If there are, you're welcome to send me, and I'll let you know. But it's very simple. See how it took out the high? That means by nature, it's stronger than the rest of the stock. So there would be no reason for us not to trade it. And NVIDIA. And if you see others, that's okay too. Yeah, TSCM. TSCM. Yes. See, took out this level. The level you want it here. Let me give you a good answer, more concrete. It has to have taken out. So what you're looking at is you want your semiconductor stock to be trading higher than it was trading on January, February, March, April, May, July 10th. You want only trade semiconductor stocks that are trading higher than they were trading on July 10th. I can't get any more clearer than that. Okay. Yes. No, also TSCM. Look, Rich, no, TSCM 2, TSCM 2. Look. See, look. Where was it trading on July 10th? Where is it trading now? Because semiconductor stocks made an all-time high in July 10th. So if it's trading above July 10th, the odds are it's trading above that price. See how I'm focused on this price? Just ask yourself, where was it trading July 10th? Where is it trading now? If it's trading now above July 10th, you're good to go. Omar, you should be able to answer that question yourself now. I gave you the rule. I mean, I gave you the rule. Here's September. It's kind of like this one is. I would probably say the others are better, but I would be watching this one very closely because if it was right here, I would say yes. This one is like right on the. Why? You have three that I showed you that are doing better. Yeah. No, no. Nvidia is looking good. So look. Nvidia is good. Let's move on. TSM is good. TSEM is good, and there's probably several others that are good. Where does July 10th come from? Here, SMH. Look at SMH. SMH made a swing high right here. See, look. See, it made a swing high on the 11th, 10th, 11th, which means if anything is trading above here, it made a higher high. This is the index. This is SMH index. This is the semiconductor ETF. So if you have a stock that's trading above this high, the odds are it made a higher high. Okay? You understand, Stacy? Real simple. Rewatch the replay if you guys can't find it. All right, let me give you stocks that I'm liking today. This is the part you want to pay attention on. All right. Short side first. MPC, energy stock making a new low. Energy stock making a new low. Qorvo, this is semiconductor company for iPad. Look where it's at right now. What happens if this breaks a little lower, especially with semiconductors going up? Um, CL, Colgate, Coca-Cola, and Mandela's. Why am I giving you all three together? Because they're all three consumer staple stocks and they're all breaking down. Here's Coca-Cola, here's Mandela's. I decided to give them to you together in case you guys decide to trade them individually, breaking down and CL. They're all, please don't trade all three of them. Just pick one to a customer. Be careful. This one's right at the 200-day moving average. There are better ones than this. I already showed you three. NVO. This is the stock we got stopped out on last Christmas when I was trading the pit. A lot, very, very gappy. So be careful with it. Very gappy. GSK. DHR. Got to get out of here. Got to get to work. Got to earn my keep around here. DHR. AAP. Now, a lot of these stocks, you're probably thinking to yourself, Roger, you giving us the exact same stocks you were giving last week. And that means they're still doing exactly what I wanted them to do. LYB, remember that one? How many times did I give you this one? Here's a China stock. If you guys are looking for a crappy China stock, here's a crappy China stock. BIIB. Sigma. Sigma's not looking so great. And REXF. Let's do the long side. Potential A-line stock. Salesforce. Caesar, potential A-line stock. You know, those A-lines have given us a 100% win rate so far. And same thing with like 15 or 16 winners in a row. Mar, another potential A-line stock. Remember, this is today, so we're only seeing this so far. This is overnight data. That's that data right here, real-time data. Those are my A-line picks. Now let me give you my regular picks. DoorDash. I know, it's the first time we're ever talking about this stock here. We've never talked about this stock. Palantir, first time we're ever talking about this stock here. We've never ever talked about this stock before. Same thing with this one. Eat. PayPal. First time we're talking about this stock here. Val. Oh, this is sorry. This is a short stock. Val, along with MPC, short stock, energy short stock. Sorry about that. RDDT. We're going back to the long side now. RDTT. Reddit. Now, by the way, you might or may not have noticed that every stock that I'm giving you right now is making new high, and every stock that I gave and every stock I've given you so far, I've given you at one point last week. And I'm hoping that somebody will say, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because I have a record of them. I keep a record of every stock I give you. And a lot of you keep a real good record of every stock I gave you. Is this the first time I'm giving you Reddit, guys? How many times have I given you Reddit in the last couple of weeks? What is Reddit doing right now? How about this stock? Trade Desk. It must be the first time we're talking about it. How about Carvana? I know. We've never talked about Carvana before. There you go, Ben. A lot, exactly. And guess what? Every stock is making a new high. Isn't that something? I know it's crazy. It's a conspiracy, guys. It's just a global conspiracy. APP. Hey, I remember trading that stock last week in the pit. What is it doing? It's making highs again, making new highs. So I'm going to ask you guys an interesting question. Did I give you Palantir last week? Did I give you DoorDash last week? Did I give you PayPal last week? Did I give you Reddit last week? Did I give you Carvana last week? Did I give you APP last week? And what are all these stocks doing right now? They're sitting at all-time highs. Just an observation. All right, I got to get to work. Remember something, guys. Customer Service Live, Cam and Gustavo show. Here is the link for that. Let me give you that. Richard says yes, 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 and yes. Yeah. Hey, Charlie, are you starting to pick up on a habit how stocks that are moving directionally continue moving directionally? And I'm not picking on you, Charlie. I'm not picking on you. I just want to know if you're starting to pick up on this stuff. Here, I'll be with Jeffrey tomorrow. Here's a link. And here's the link to my VIP room where today I'm going to be giving you a lesson on implied volatility and time spreads. Okay? A good lesson on implied volatility and time spreads. I hope you all join me there, and I hope you guys visit the customer service live. And I will see you there. And Rochelle, I'll send you an email in just a few minutes. Bye, guys. Have a great day today. If you have any questions, Roger at rogerscott.com. Now, I am not in the mood for disharmony. So please send me nice emails, okay? Don't send me emails that are gonna derail me the day before my birthday. I'm not in the mood for disharmony this week. Oh, I think I misspelled my email address here. Roger at rogerscott.com. All right? No disharmony, only good stuff this week. It's my birthday week. Let's have a nice, stress-free week, okay? Bye, guys. Have a great day today. I'll talk to you later. Have a fantastic day. Bye. Stay out of trouble, everyone.